Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Chelsea TV. The latest Chelsea injury news after the win against Brighton, with Mauricio Pochettino dealt another 2 blows. Mauricio Pochettino has been dealt 2 Chelsea blows in the 2-1 win against Brighton. The Blues picked up their 4th consecutive Premier League victory on Wednesday evening with another 3 points, placing them in a great position to qualify for next season's Europa League. Goals from Cole Palmer and Christopher Nkunku put Chelsea firmly in control. However, there was one major worry in the opening 60 minutes. Mikhailo Mudryk was on the end of what appeared to be an elbow from Tariq Lamptey, with the winger forced off due to a potential concussion. As a result of his issue, Nkunku was given the chance to impress with a goal off the bench, placing him in contention to make his first start in over 3 months this Sunday against Bournemouth. One player who will not be in the matchday squad, despite recently returning, is Reece James, after he was shown a straight red card for a violent conduct. With that in mind, let's take a look at the Chelsea players on the injury list and potentially expected to miss the final game of the season. But first things first, take a moment to like the video if you are enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel if you are bumping here for the very first time. Mikhailo Mudryk. Mudryk was subbed off in the 42nd minute against Brighton because of a concussion. What Pochettino has said: "No, he is not okay, we are checking. He was a little bit dizzy, but we used the concussion substitution and the rule is 7 days, so he is not going to be available for the next game, but I hope it is nothing wrong." Potential return date, unknown. Reece James. James featured off the bench against Nottingham Forest and picked up a delightful assist in his 11-minute cameo. A few days later, the club captain again came off the bench for the final 20 minutes against Brighton. However, his evening ended very differently, with a straight red card being shown to him for violent conduct. Injury: suspended. What Pochettino has said: massive. It's unlucky there are only 2 games ahead and it's 1 week. It is important for him to recover for his feelings, and he is such an important player for us. He is our captain. We all love him. Yes, important, and to see whether he will be fit and have a chance of making the Euros. We have 1 more week to work. He is doing well in the training sessions. After 4 or 5 months, he's not the same to train and compete, but if he has the possibility to do that in the next 2 games, and if his coach in the national team believes he can cope with the competition, I think he will be ready. Possible return date: next season. Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka is currently undergoing a rehabilitation program. After enjoying a great start to the campaign, the 20-year-old midfielder has sadly been riddled with injuries and setbacks. Injury: knee. What Pochettino has said: Carney feels something in his knee, related to his problem before. Hopefully it's not a big issue and they can be available as soon as possible, because now we are going to lose 2 players who were there and thinking they can help the team. Possible return date, unknown. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez will miss the remainder of the season after undergoing groin surgery. The 23-year-old midfielder has recently begun a rehabilitation program at Cobham Training Ground. Taking to Instagram ahead of Chelsea's clash against West Ham earlier this month, Fernandez posted a picture of himself completing an exercise with a pair of dumbbells. Remaining coy on his rehabilitation, he reduced the caption to a couple of emojis, an hourglass and a white heart. Injury: groin. What Pochettino has said: at the moment he feels the pain and he feels the limitations because of the problem. The most important thing is to fix the problem for him. If he does not feel well, he cannot perform because of the situation. It's not good for him, the team or the club. Possible return date: summer. Ben Chilwell. Chilwell was absent from the matchday squad against West Ham. He's also continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. The England international was back on the bench against Brighton. Injury: unknown. What Pochettino has said: Chile, also. After the national team, it's the same problem he suffered in the last few weeks. Possible return date: Bournemouth, Sunday, May 19th. Robert Sanchez. Sanchez has been out of the side for a while now, with Marcus Bettinelli stepping into the number 2 role. The Spaniard shot-stopper is back in partial team training. Injury, unknown. Possible return date, unknown. Leslie Ugochukwu. Ugochukwu has recently returned to first-team training after 4 months out. The 20-year-old midfielder's last appearance came on Christmas Eve. In the final seconds against Brighton, Ugochukwu played his first minutes in nearly 5 months. Injury, unknown. Possible return date, returned. Romeo Lavia. Lavia is continuing to undergo his rehabilitation program. The 20-year-old midfielder has featured just once for Chelsea this season, having struggled to stay match fit and escape injury. Injury, thigh. Possible return date, next season. Wesley Fofana. Fofana hasn't featured once this season after rupturing his anterior cruciate ligament. The 23-year-old defender has recently returned to training on the pitches at Cobham, though he's considered to be a long way from returning to first-team action. Injury, ACL. What Pochettino has said: "Unfortunately, I think it is difficult to see Wes playing this season, but you never know." Possible return date, next season. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you later with another video. Until then, bye-bye.